Hey, what's going on, my man?
Hey man, how are you?
I'm doing well. I can hear you. I just can't see you yet.
Oh, one sec, one sec. There you go. Just leaving the gym.
All right. What'd you hit today?
Push day. So a little chest, shoulders.
Good pump before the weekend, right?
Exactly.
I got you, man. So I didn't get to get a whole lot of information on you. So I'm curious, what is it that you do full time right now?
I'm a private personal trainer. So I already do training on with people, you know.
Are you doing in person and online or just in person?
In person, I only have about two people online, but I'm interested in scaling it into something bigger.
I got you. How long have you been in person for?
Almost 10 years come February.
Nice, man. How many clients are you currently working with?
Right now in person, I want to say about 13.
Okay. And what are you charging right now?
Between 150 to 200 per session.
I like it, man. Now, are you independent then, or is the gym taking some of that as well?
Independent, fully independent.
Beautiful. I love it, man. Awesome. And then what are you
Yeah.
charging online right now?
Online, um, so I do like 6 week program for like 200.
Gotcha. Now, outside of that, I'm assuming that you're wanting to get on the online to really maximize and get some more time back. What else are we on this call for? Like, what's the overall benefits? Financial freedom, more ability to travel, flexibility. What are you looking for?
Oh, 100% financial freedom and then be able to travel more,
Where would you?
because were you a trainer before?
15 years. I was a master level trainer for 15 years. Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay, so and dealing with cancellations, not being able to travel. Like you can, but you just don't get paid for it, right? So I want to be able to travel and,
100%. Yeah, I was I worked at corporate gyms and I also worked independently as well. So I finished up. I was training about 40 people a week, 2 to 3 times a week. But I was working from like 4:30 in the morning to 8:30 at night, and I was charging 150 per session. But by the end of the week, I felt ran down, man. Like I'm 42 now,
yeah,
so I was like, I got to figure something else out.
yeah. I feel yeah.
So
Cool. And
how
how'd you
many
get into the
hours?
online world though?
I'm sorry, what you say?
How'd you get into the online world?
Saw one of these ads like over a year ago, and my wife was like, "You're making good money. We got 5 kids," and she's like, "But you're never home." So she's like, "We need to figure something out." So that's kind of what I did it for. We want to travel more. Like we got back from we went to Costa Rica, we went to Spain. So you're able to work from really wherever you want if you want to. So that provided that freedom that we wanted, and then more time with the kiddos. So I've been in the online space for just over a year.
Okay. Oh, okay. Nice.
Now, are you looking at doing some hybrid where you're still keeping some in person and online? Or are you trying to go more toward the online space?
Right now more hybrid.
Okay,
Um, but eventually go full time online, and
I
then
got you
you know.
for sure. Now, in order for us to go full time, what are we currently bringing in a month off of your 13 clients?
It depends month to month. Some people are on vacation, so right now it's a little slower for me. Um, right now, I want to say these next couple months about like 8,000.
Okay. And then what's our overall goal? Like, how big are you trying to take this thing? What's your vision?
My vision, overall goal, to expand it to hire people under me, and then work. You know, um, scale it
So
big enough that I can freely travel.
100%, I got you there. What do you feel like has been the challenge to actually make this thing a reality for you?
um, Not knowing how to necessarily like reach out or talk to people about the online space. I'm not big on it, so um, I think that's the biggest challenge for me was just not being able to, I guess, reach out to people about the online
So like
program.
probably lead generation, a little bit of marketing. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah. Hmm.
I gotcha. Cool. Now, outside of that, you've been training for over 10 years. What else have we tried to make this thing more of a reality? Is this our first steps as far as going online?
Yeah. As far as going online, yeah. So, um, nothing really. I mean, that's pretty much it. I just want to be able to get more leads, start, getting more online clients and build from there.
And then slowly kind of transition your in-person hours down. Is that right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I got you. Cool. Now, what do you feel like you would need to be successful? Are you looking for like a step-by-step game plan with all the systems and processes, resources? What else would you need?
Um, what else would I need? Well, I guess what kind of as I think content is a big thing. So I wonder if there's a specific well, I know the specific clientele that I want, which is just like your general population, right? Like I want to deal with people that are new to the gym, they don't know what to do, and that way. So I definitely want to I guess be able to create more content that's that they can relate to.
Gotcha.
Um,
So to give you some context behind that, I like that you're going general population, but I'd even make it even a little bit more dialed in. So to give you an example, I was always targeting men 35 to 50 years old that are high level executives. So think about the
okay,
issues a 35 to
okay,
50-year-old man would have, right? I chose that because they're already solidified in their careers. So I'm really not having to negotiate my prices at all, right? Secondly, those guys usually have terrible eating habits, lifestyle habits because they're always on the road or they're always at
yeah,
the office. If they're always at the office, they're rarely home for their wife and kids. If they're not home for their wife starts to resent them. So for men, we like money, power, and sex. One of those things gets taken away, we've got problems. So I talk about content or create storylines based upon their pain points so they can resonate with that. Like, oh shit, he's talking specifically to me, right? So if we can start kind of dialing that down more, you'll still have other people filter in, but if you have more of an idea of who you really want to go after and what problems we solve, it's going to be easier for you to be able to get higher ticket type of clientele. Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah. Okay, so it's more specific.
100%. So originally I always wanted to work with just athletes, but athletes they have no money, man. So I wanted to make sure, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to go into where I was like, okay, there's a lot of athletes that'll still come to me based upon previous stuff that I've posted. But for the most part, I want to target people that I'm not going to have to fight tooth and nail and give discounts for, right? Like I want to make sure these are people that are going to be committed, that are consistent, that have a specific problem. Athletes don't usually have a specific problem. Yeah, it's great to improve their 40 time or their vertical or whatever, but it's more fulfilling to like really help someone completely do a life change, right? From an athlete going from 10% body fat to 6%, or someone that's completely changed their whole life and now they're actually a legitimate father and husband. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mhm.
So those transformations are a lot more powerful because a lot of people feel like transformations are only based upon the physical. But if you have people saying, hey, do I pronounce your name Evan or Yvonne?
It's you can just say Ivan.
Ivan. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want people to be like, yo, when I worked with Ivan, man, like my whole perspective changed. Like not only did I get awesome physical, transformations, but my mindset was different. My habits were completely different. I'm not walking around with as much inflammation. I have, more libido. You want that type of stuff. That's going to target a lot larger demographic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. In the next 4 to 6 months, where do you think you'd like to see yourself differently than where you're currently at?
Um, being being comfortable financially, not having to worry about clients leaving, trying to get more people in. I want to be somewhere where I'll be like I have a plan B. Like I'm good, you know,
Like a solid
not having to stress.
foundation. So
Yeah.
solid foundation sounds like you want improved retention rates. We want to be able to get higher ticket people in on a very consistent basis and obviously keep them. And then more importantly, just feel like we're 100% financially free. We don't have to worry about when we swipe that card, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Now, let me ask you a hypothetical. You got a nice business going for yourself. You've been doing this for a while. Let's just say that you didn't take this thing to the online platform. You didn't get a business coach or mentor. What would the next 6 to 12 months of your life look like if you didn't move forward?
Just trying to reach out to get more in-person clients.
So
and
ideally, if you did that, do you feel like that would bring you more fulfillment and more peace and time, or would that take you further away from your goals?
Oh, that took me further away. Just because it gets tiring after a while, as you know.
For sure.
Especially because I got in-home clients, so going back and forth, driving all day, and then trying to get my workout in between clients, it gets tiring. It gets real tiring. So if I could transition out to the online space, which I'm willing to learn more about, then I'll do it.
I got you. So give you some context on the online space. Industry averages for online training is anywhere between $250 a month on the very low end, up to $500 per month on the upper end. Could be more depending what else we're including in there. Let's just say on average, you're charged right around $400. If you had 20 clients, there goes your 8K right there on just the online alone. If we had 25 clients, that's that illustrious 10K where we're actually hitting 6 figures. We're feeling a lot more comfortable, right? And then even if you kept maybe 5 or to 10 really high ticket in-person clients, the ones that you really love to train, that's just icing on the cake, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's more closer to 150 to 170K a year if you kept some of those guys on. Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of recap this, make sure I have my notes correct, and then we're gonna dive into all things NLCA. Then I'm gonna show you exactly how we're reaching your goals. Cool.
Gotcha.
Real quick, where are you based out of? What state are you in?
I'm in California, Los Angeles, man.
Oh man, you're living the life, brother. I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, so I love LA. So I'm like, hey, an emphatic fuck you right now.
Dude, no. Well, LA is great, bro, but most of my money is going to rent and bills, bro. It's expensive out here in LA.
It's beautiful, but you guys are getting hammered for cost of living out there.
Yeah, big time, man.
All right, my man. So you are based out of California right now. You have 2 online clients, 6-week program around $200. We're an in-person private trainer. Been doing this for over 10 years. 13 clients, charging between 150 to 200. The reason why we're on the call is complete financial freedom. We want to be able to travel. We want more flexibility. We want more time back. We're looking at possibly keeping a hybrid role for a little bit, but the eventual goal is to go full-time online. Right now, we're hitting right around 8K per month on average, but our goal is to surpass that 10K, become more of that CEO, hit 100K months if possible. Challenge is not knowing really how to get these clients ongoing, so we need help with lead generation, marketing, and retention. What we tried, this is our first steps. What we need is specific strategies, one-on-one accountability, dial down our niche. Next 4 to 6 months, we'd like to be 100% comfortable financially, improve retention, and overall improve sales structure. How'd I do?
Perfect. You nailed it.
I hope so. I've been doing this for a little bit. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you. Let me know when you can see it. We're going to party. Cool?
All right, my man.
All right.
Cool. I can see it.
All right. So as you know, with the Next Level Coaching Academy, this is a big deal. We are accredited through the Better Business Bureau. We actually got a rating of an A+, so we need to update this. It was originally an A out of an A+. Now we're actually an A+ rating. We're also backed by ACE, NASM, and ISSA. So if you have one of those certifications, this would be continuing education credits, which is awesome. Okay. What certifications do you currently have?
I had NASM, but that expired a long time ago, man. So I'm not.
I got you.
I don't. You know what I mean? Certifications don't mean nothing to me.
Right, for sure. We do also offer an optional certification, no additional charge, but at least allows you, especially if you're going geared more towards just the online platform, that just kind of gives you a little bit more qualification if you want to utilize that.
Right.
On the success ladder, we got 2 tiers. We got 10K accelerator. We got mastery level coach. Now, 10K accelerator is going to be an ideal for an individual such as yourself who is looking to slowly make that transition from in-person to online. The information in this course will get us from 0 up to 10K or more per month in as little as 4 months if so desired. Once we're hitting 10K on a consistent basis, will change, and we'll look at possibly trying to hit that 100K a month mark by becoming more of that CEO you mentioned that you wanted to become.
Right.
Our program is really broken up into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is get you some clients right out the gate, then establish a solid business foundation by generating leads organically to maximize your overall reach on all 3 platforms, develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K. Support side of things is going to be second to none. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach all 4 months. That individual's been through both mastery level and 10K, so they have a 6 or 7 figure business of their own. You'll have a customized game planning call with that individual, review where you're at, where you want to be, the most efficient way to get there. And then you'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks, very similar to this. Revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, get specific instructions on what you need to execute. And then you'll also have a sales coach. So when you complete all the sales modules, we'll introduce you to this person. This is going to help you lock down those sales calls at a 40% clip or greater, get a larger return of investment. Bi-weekly roster group coaching calls, 5 times a week group support calls that accommodate a 9 to 5. So this would go over client objection handling, client delivery, marketing, lead generation, mindset issues, even case studies. And then bonus bi-weekly group support calls with Chad, and then 24/5 tech support. So outside of all these game planning calls, you got access to your coach 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. They're contractually obligated to answer every single one of your questions. Any questions on that so far?
No.
Cool. Mental health is a big thing. So becoming your own, business entrepreneur is exciting. It's awesome, but it gets overwhelming for sure. So we help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation, journaling sessions, just to ensure you're always in a good headspace to move forward within your business. Resources, we'll give you the course curriculum. We'll give you that Zenpreneur method. We even provide done-for-you programming, which can save you hours of time. Drop-down menus. It's actually done by Kayla Diamond and Evolve Health and Performance. She's a CSCS. So they have 3 years of programming situated from the intermediate to beginner to advanced. You can plug and play. There's drop-down menus. You can save those, add it to your own library. Saves you a ton of time there. We'll even give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. We do also offer that optional certification at no additional charge. Any questions on the resources?
No, I don't know.
Cool.
Oh, is there certain platform you guys prefer using for your clients? Because, like, for example, I use Trainerize. I don't know.
Yeah, we actually used to be partnered with Trainerize. We now moved to True Coach. You could use either one.
I was gonna transition over to True Coach. I hear good things about True Coach.
Yeah, they're amazing. So outside of in our modules, we actually show you step by step how to utilize that. True Coach is pretty dope because of anyone else that's on that app, they can actually view you. So it's just another way to market yourself. We've had people literally just reach straight out. Other cool thing is you'd be eligible for different discounts and incentives through True Coach that you could offer your clients, which is just another great marketing tool to keep those clients for long periods of time as well.
Great.
All right, the 4 phases to get you from 0 to 10K. Phase 1, act first. Essentially, we're going to launch your online business, announce to the world who we are, what we're about, but we're going to implement specific strategies to get your first couple clients. Phase 2, setting up all of your back-end systems, make sure you're a fully legal company, identify what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing in a unique angle. This would probably take you about a month total for phase 1 and phase 2. It's a one-time setup. The rest of the time is in phase 3 and phase 4. So we're going to teach you how to maximize all social media, how to utilize podcasts, YouTube, things of that nature, how to utilize WhatsApp community chat for more client engagement, and then how to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4, fine-tuning of sales skills, having consistent client delivery systems, but emphasizing the customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time. Any questions on that?
No, nothing so far.
Man, I like you making my job easy. All right, now this is the inside of our program, 33 total modules. Each module will have an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style. They literally go step by step, show you exactly what to do. Cool. All right, first step to becoming a full-time coach, we're going to have 3 different strategies to implement. The resources we provide for you are already done for you, so it makes our time more efficient. The 10K Accelerator Directory, I view this as onboarding material that will help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the course to its fullest capabilities. The Success Roadmap will be a 2-part phase. What do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K? Then what do we need to do to get to 5 to 10? So step-by-step strategies, videos, specific expectations there. And then based upon your goals, if you're looking to become that CEO role, we want to implement daily and evening routines. As mentioned earlier, we do know that fear of failure, anxiety, imposter syndrome, those are natural things. We teach you how to move past that to move forward within your business. We also interviewed a ton of coaches and trainers. We've identified the top 10 struggles you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur, but we provided solutions behind each and every one of these. Administration systems and Chat GPT is where things get interesting. Have you started messing around with Chat GPT?
I have
Yeah.
before, which is kind of crazy. It's nuts. But not like I haven't really like tapped into it really.
Yeah. So as you know, Chat GPT is like Google on steroids. It's like a high powered virtual assistant, right?
Yeah,
So we're going to teach
crazy.
you. We're going to teach you how to maximize this for like your programming or nutritional protocols, even use it for like content creations, SOPs, you name it. We'll show you how to use this to its fullest capabilities. Backend systems, Waiver, Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly for people to apply or book calls with you. Mentioned earlier, True Coach is who we currently utilize now to upload all of your programming, all of your nutrition, customize the videos, make it more convenient for your clients. Now, every module is going to have a module overview document. So off to the right is going to be all the videos, okay? And then below here is going to be your written material. So you click on this, this will naturally save to your Google Doc. So every module, this will take you step by step on exactly what you need to execute. So if you know how to read and follow instructions, we're in a good spot, okay?
Yeah.
Now, say for instance, you want, you're a visual learner. Let's pretend that you want to set up, I don't know, let's say you want to set up Waiver payments. So you click on this, check this out. So he's literally telling you where to click, what to type in. It literally gets no easier. It's like an open book test with the answers circled and highlighted in red. If we can't figure out the answer, we've got problems, right? Cool, man. So we're going to do the same thing for your financial systems. This is pretty cool. We're going to show you how to set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, examples of business write-offs, all of your business legalities essentially are covered through here. Cool thing is, if you were to file your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company. It takes like literally 2 to 3 hours. All of your business legalities are set up. It's done. We're efficient that way. Target setting, we'll create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. So deep diving into your goals. And then from there, we're going to identify your ideal challenge or what problems you solve. So really kind of niching down. And then based upon that, we can create our offer and pricing. So really understanding the value that you bring, your educational experience. Is this more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself? So the more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer. The high ticket offer is established upon your overall length of terms. So we'll help create the structure of your pricing and kind of help create that unique angle and create downsells and discounts when applicable. Any questions on that so far?
None, man. Everything sounds pretty good.
Next part's going to be all social media. We're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work, get 7 to 14 different pieces of content created by utilizing some AI software. Now that we have that content, we want to spread that across all these social media platforms. So for instance, we want to set up a podcast on YouTube. We want more people to know who you are, what you're about, and the message that you're trying to convey. And then we're going to show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting and very specific strategies and resources from hashtag use to page aesthetics, page organization, call to actions, reels, and any intricate detail on any platform we go over exclusively. Same thing for TikTok as well. Content creation made easy. This is just really cool editing features. So introduction to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, Microsoft Designer, helps with your page aesthetics, good for branding and logos. And then we'll move into the 10K lead generation framework, the first of which is what we call earned media. I want you to think of this as like inbound marketing or people raising their hand trying to come to you. We'll give you resources and strategies to incentivize people to want to reach out to you first. So as an example, cross-pollination, maybe you're partnered with another coach from across the country. Their audience gets to see who you are and vice versa. So now we expand our followers. We have more resources to provide newer leads, which could lead to a scholarship strategy, which incentivizes urgency, gets them excited, wants to create action right away. Opposite of this is what we call conversation to calls. So this is like outbound marketing or you reaching out to individuals first. We'll give you specific scripts you can change based upon your own tonality. We'll give you conversation to call examples, but more importantly, we're going to show you exactly where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships, have more intimate one-on-one conversations by filtering them through a WhatsApp group. So those individuals can speak to clients you already currently serve or have serviced, so they understand who you are, what you're about, and they have a trust before they get on that sales call.
Okay.
Referral strategy, easiest way to grow your business, friends, families, coworkers, ex-clients talking about how amazing you are. We're going to show you strategies to incentivize those people to give you referrals every single month without you actually having to ask. So it comes on autopilot. Super easy way to grow
Yeah.
your business. Any questions on that so far?
None, man. I think sounds
Cool.
great.
Last part of this is going to be all sales. So we're going to teach you the sales psychology. In-person sales and online sales, vastly different. So we're going to show you how to maximize your sales capabilities to set up 2 types of phone calls. So the first of which is what we call a meet and greet. It's like a 10-minute screening call. You're trying to identify, do you really want to work with this individual? Can you actually solve their problem? If you do identify you want to work with that person, we take them to the closing call. This is where you're trying to lock them down as a client. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you the entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This, though, will be a game changer. How to create financing options for people who normally couldn't afford your program. Now, then we'll show you how to lock them in once and for all. Now, whether you lock them in or not, we want to go back and we want to track all of this. So we want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, now what length of term. So we give you our resource to do this more efficiently, so you have predictable data every single month.
Okay.
Objection handling, this is going to be all the excuses you're going to hear in the online space. So we give you over 30 different examples you're going to hear every single day. So the more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections, get them to want to start sooner rather than later. The onboarding process is probably the most overlooked area by 90% of coaches and trainers. This is someone's first 30 days in your program. How can we have buyer's remorse low, energy high, setting expectations, getting them resources, building trust, keeping them busy and occupied? And then client delivery is the fun stuff, the week-to-week process and how you deliver services. We just show you how to do this a little bit more efficiently and how to track that. We'll also go into communication styles. What do you do when someone wants to quit, if they're ghosting, if they're not listening? It happens to every single coach. How do we handle this, though, if they've already paid for services? Oftentimes, these individuals want to feel like they're a part of something greater. So we show you how to create a community-based feel. We also show you different individualized touch points that we can create for them, as well as challenges and incentives to get them to execute on a more consistent basis. Once they start executing, we can go back and track those client success metrics and make sure we're getting them world-class results. Last part of this, man, customer service. How do we deal with cancellations, refund requests? If someone needs to go on vacation for an extended period of time, how do we track that? How do we handle it? And then lastly, client retention, keeping people in your program for long periods of time and advancing them to higher levels of it. Any questions on all that?
No, man. Everything sounds great. It's pretty dead on. So
cool. Do a quick recap and then we'll talk about next steps. It's a 4-month program. You're going to have your customized game planning call. You'll have a one-on-one coach all 4 months. You'll have private coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have one-on-one sales coaching as well. You'll have the Facebook community and CEO trainings. 5 times we give group support calls, bonus bi-weekly group support calls with Chad, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming, and optional certification in the business course curriculum. Did we miss anything?
Nope.
Cool. I know I did a shit ton of talking, so I appreciate your attention to detail. Out of all the stuff that we unpacked, maybe what was 1 or 2 things that really solidified this was the program for you?
That solidified it for me, huh? Well, again, leads, getting your clients, retention, how to do all that, how to use AI to create content, things like that. And yeah, just being specific, picking a specific population to work with.
So it kind of checked all the boxes on what we were looking for. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
How are you feeling? Are you pretty confident in your own skill set and abilities to follow through and execute the game plan as laid out?
Yeah, I'm pretty good with directions.
Cool. Now, what I would say is give you some context. If we can dictate 10 to 20 hours a week, you're going to be in a good spot. If you can dictate 20 hours or more, you're in a dangerously great spot. And I know that's difficult when you're an in-person trainer. So what I tell you is getting resourceful with your time. So on the way to a client's house or to the gym, pop in a module on your Bluetooth, pop it in when you're doing your cardio. And then when you get home or when you have a free second, maybe spend 30 to 45 minutes just executing what you learn. That's simple.
Yeah.
This is one of those programs you grow as you go, right? It's not where you just get all this information, then execute. You literally do one task at a time before you move on to the next module. It's laid out perfectly for you.
Okay.
Cool. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
I did, and the one that stood out to me was Carter Good.
Nice. What stood out specifically? How did that resonate with you?
Oh, because I love his stuff. I think he's a very smart guy. And he's a good coach. So I was like, oh wow, Carter Good took this one, then I'm gonna check it out,
I'm going to show you one more that you might not have seen. This is Jen Richards. So Jen is an IFBB pro. This is her husband, Darren. In
Yeah,
2015, she was a physician's assistant. Her goal was to quit her job, go full time with coaching. She got to 10K per month on her own through another company, but couldn't get past that threshold. She joined us in 2021. Since then, we've grown her business from 10K a month to 100K a month. So last month, she collected 150K. Nuts. So she has a staff size of 12. She has affiliates with First Form. She has branding. She has all those bells and whistles that we can eventually
yeah.
get you to become that CEO. Cool.
Oh wow, okay,
Now, I do
wow,
like to show off the averages. A lot of individuals want to know what, the top 10 percenters are. We like to brag on our average individuals. 73% of our students sign their client in month one. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. So cool stat behind this. The average individual is at the end of 4 months is making anywhere between 6,500 to 8K, just your basic mediocre individual. Okay. You've already
wow.
got 10 years of experience. My expectations for you would be significantly higher. Would you agree?
Yeah, yeah,
Now, on average, people are able to quit their jobs and go full time in this in 10.6 weeks. I know you work for yourself, but essentially within like the next 2.5 months, you could have this fully transition if you so wanted and just do
yeah.
this thing fully remote.
And that's what I want. I mean,
Um,
yeah, I mean, I want to keep the clients that I have instead of growing and having 20 clients in person. Like that's gonna burn me out. So
100%.
having what I have, yeah, having what I have, and then being able to vacation and then just work from vacation online, a few hours in the morning. I'm an early bird anyway. I wake
Yep.
up, so I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, knock it out, and then enjoy the rest of my day. That would be great.
Hell yeah, I like it. Of the students who do hit a 10K month, it takes them 13 weeks on average, so just over 90 days. Think about this. You've
Okay.
already got a nice amount of clients already. I think we could hit this 10K month significantly sooner if we really prioritize this. Cool?
Okay. Yeah.
And the students who stay with us for 12 months on average have 97 clients. Those individuals, 97 clients, are averaging 366,000 a year. Now, at 97 clients, you're typically not a one-man show. You could expect to average anywhere between 30 to 60 clients on your own. After that, we'd probably want to start bringing on an assistant coach, maybe a DMer. We'd be running ads for sure by then. So we want to make sure that we're starting to like delegate these other responsibilities so you can kind of step away from that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then how does that work? Like, let's say we get to that 100K mark, and then we starting getting, more clientele, like 100 clients, whatnot, and you get another coach under you. Now, how does that, like, do you guys break down how to pay the employee, how to, you know, marketers, if you pay that or things like
Yep.
that?
So to give you some context, usually when you're hitting about 6 to 8K a month on a consistent basis, we talk about maybe bringing on a DMer. So that way you're not having to be stuck doing that. That's one of the like unfavorite tasks for most people. When you're averaging about, I'd say 10 to 12K a month on a consistent basis, or yeah, about, let's say 8 to 10K on a consistent basis, we start running ads. And then when you're hitting about 12 to 15K on a regular basis, we start talking about bringing on an assistant coach. So that at that point in time, when you're hitting over 10K on a consistent basis, you'd have the option to ascend into mastery level. And that's where we teach you who to hire, when to hire, what type of ads to run, really updating your program to make sure it's a 10 out of 10. And then also how you get your cut of that pay, how you stay in communication, how you're able to track their efficiency as well. So yes, it goes to the next level for sure.
Okay. Yeah. That's where the stress really comes in, huh?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for sure. Now I'm
Okay.
nowhere near 100K, man. My goal was I had a high level of success in person, but I didn't want to hit like 50 to 60. It sounds dope to hit 50 to 60K a month. Our goal was I got 5 kids and a wife. We just want to travel. So if I was
Yeah.
hitting that amount, that means I'm responsible for a lot of other individuals. I didn't want that. So for our lifestyle, we're averaging about 15K. I work about 35 hours a week on my own business. I also have this job that I'm doing right now as well. And then my wife's in healthcare. So we have 3 streams of income, but we just like to travel.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even that would be great, even just being like, sure, I still have my in person, but I could be able to work online while traveling, you know,
Yep.
that would be great. I'd be happy.
100%. Now, did you get a chance to hear about the 2.5 times your investment guarantee?
No.
So a lot of companies have a money back guarantee. Everyone's got that. We have a 2.5 times your investment guarantee, or you get 100% refund. So to qualify for that, you'd have to attend your game planning call, which is pretty standard. Attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. 1 group support call each week. Charge at least the bare minimum suggested price of $250 or more. You'll never have a problem with that. So closer to 400 and up. Run a scholarship program within the first 90 days, which is only going to get you clients. Have no late payments. And is finish the course to its 100% entirety. You do all that, show up and just do the work that's laid out with our coaches. Guarantee you'll 2.5 what you invest, or you get 100% refund. So year to date,
Okay.
we've helped nearly 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%.
Okay, well, that's huge.
So again, if you're good with instructions and following protocols, it's really dummy proof, man. Like the worst case scenario, you make your money back. Best case, you're doubling that bad boy. Cool.
Yeah.
Any questions on the averages? Anything that you need more clarification on so far?
No, man. Everything sounds great.
Cool. So the last part is the investment portion. What's it going to cost us? There'll be a payment plan, and then there'll be a paid in full option. So paid in full means, hey, we pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money. Payment plan means based upon your budget, we'll figure out a down payment that makes sense for you. Spread the rest out over 4 months. Cool.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right, man. What's this going to cost us? You live in California. 180K plus your left kidney. No, there's a payment plan of $8,800, paid in full option of $7,497 that saves you $1,300. Out of those two, which do you think works best for you?
Right now, probably I want to say the paid in full, but probably the payment plan.
Okay, so let's talk about that. If you're interested in the paid in full, what we can do is nearly $7,000 is a lot just to cough up right out the gate. I get it. So we could do is turn it into a split PIF, which means we put half down today. I give you 60 days to pay off the second half. That way it allows you to build momentum, get some of those clients transition to your over online. And again, you have more time to pay that off. Otherwise, we did a payment plan, which most people do. I had individuals put down 2,000 or 3,000. The average individual puts down about 2,600. If you spread that out over 4 months, it's just about over 1,500 per month, which is you needing 3 to 5 clients. That's it.
Yeah.
Is that something you feel like you can commit to?
Shit, man, it's tough right now, bro. I'm telling you, it's expensive out here in LA, man.
For sure.
Shit, man. Shoot, I'd say probably for me, probably the end of the month, realistically. Realistically, so I have enough.
I got you. I got an idea. Are you willing to get resourceful with me? When I say that means put our heads together, figure out something that makes sense for you, but allows us to get us toward our goals. Is that cool?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So check this out. It is expensive, especially with you being in California. So what I kind of propose is what we do is maybe a 12-month plan. So we take the payments, spread it out over 12 months. Okay. So essentially be $833.33 a month. However, there's a little bit of interest up front. Okay. However, if you pay off within 4 months of your enrollment term, we honor the $8,800. If you pay off in 60 days, if you're out here killing it, we honor the paid in full, which saves you $1,300. So it incentivizes you, gets you in for a lower rate. It does not pull on your credit, and you're incentivized to follow through with it because you could possibly get a discount or get that natural payment plan. Okay. So what we could also do is put down the $833 today and then do a delayed start date. So it locks you in at a lower rate. It also reserves you a spot, and then you can actually get going at the end of the month or the beginning of October.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Damn. Stuff, man.
I want you to take a pause for a second, and I want to take moving forward off the table. Okay. I want you to kind of think about, again, what happens if you don't take action, right? The next 12 months. Do you want to be in the same circumstance?
I mean, no, I definitely don't. But money's tight right now. Money's real tight. So
Now, let me ask you this. There's that 2.5 times your investment guarantee. Would a slight inconvenience be worth becoming 2.5 times richer? Have more time, more availability.
It's tough. Jeremy, it's tough, man. Because I am in it's a tough spot.
Let's role play for a second. Check this out. Okay, I'm your client. You're my trainer. You're my coach. Okay. I say, Ivan, man, I love your program. I know this got me off of my diabetes medication. I have more energy, more libido. I'm feeling great. However, I'm not sure if I want to continue. I got some things that I need to work out. What would you say to me?
I would say something like, I don't, what would I say? Like, I'm blanking out. Say that again, one more time.
Yeah, Ivan, I love your program. This is everything that I need. So far, I've been really successful in your program. I'm just not sure if I can continue it right now. I've got some things that, things are a little bit tight for me right now. So I'm not sure if I really want to, if I can really, move forward. What would you say to me?
I would say something, I mean, that the program is where I guess like something along the lines where if the program is working and you're feeling great, I guess you don't want to end up back to where you won or square one. Something, something along those lines.
That's very similar. So like what I'd say to an individual when they give me that is I say, for instance, if roles reverse, I say, hey man, totally get that. But if we don't continue to invest in our health and fitness, we inevitably invest in our illness tomorrow, right? So right now you've mentioned we've hit every metric. And so far we found a way to make it fit your budget. So right now, the one thing that you are investing in is giving you a return of investment, right? Versus some of the other things that haven't in the past. What is the likelihood if you leave that you're going to be able to stay on track? What is the likelihood you're going to be continued with success where we're currently at? So if I'm changing on you, right now we're new to the online space. You've gotten a great in-person business. But if it's tight right now, do you think it's going to get any better in the next couple of months if we don't do anything different? No, there's always going to be something that's going to come up. So is a small inconvenience that can actually lead to financial freedom in the next, even before 4 months with your experience, worth it to be Ivan 2.0, to be able to travel, to be able to do those things where you want, when you want.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. I definitely want to do it, but I have to wait for like another payment to come through, man.
Now we do have one other option I'll tell you about. I try to kind of steer away from any type of financing, but we do have a third-party financing company called SweetPay, and what that allows us to do is we spread the 8,800 over 12 months, and it's only 7% down. So technically, to get everything going today would be $675. Your next payment wouldn't be due until October 15th, and your monthly payments from there would be $735 a month, which is you literally needing maybe 1 1/4 to 1.5 clients, depending on what you're charging. That's easy.
Yeah, man, but I'm telling you, bro, it's very expensive to live out here, man. So I'm gonna have to really sit and think about this, man. It's like, I mean, I definitely want to do it.
Let me ask you this.
Timing.
Let me ask you this. So let's moving completely off the table. I want to give you a scenario.
Yeah.
What sports do you follow? Are you a big sports fan?
Soccer.
Okay, so perfect example. Messi, Ronaldo, the dude from PSG, I forget his name, that played for, what did he play for, France? I forget that dude's name. Mbappe or whatever his name is?
Mbappe? Yeah, Mbappe, yeah.
Okay, so all these top tier players, right? Sergio Ramos, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All these guys have something in common. right? And when you're on soccer field, you have to make quick decisions. You rarely can change your mind once you've committed, right? And they're
Yeah.
committed to where they're committed based upon where they see themselves, not their current circumstance. Take the World Cup, for instance, right? Whereas the average individual will make decisions based upon their current circumstances, not where they see themselves. So they'll overthink, overanalyze, and undercommit. So they never get to that initial goal, right? What
Yeah.
type of individual are you, and what type of coach are you if you're not modeling what you preach, right?
Right. I mean, very true. Very true,
So I
bro.
totally get that things are definitely tight. It's expensive, right? I get that.
Yeah.
But if we're able to do like a delayed start, at least get you in the door, things aren't going to get progressively better. Yes, you could wait for one or two clients, but then something could happen with the car. Something could happen with where you live at, right? An unexpected bill could come up. Or we double down. What I would do is I'd say, let's get going, but then challenge yourself to be like, you know what? This next week, I'm going to sign 2 more clients. I'm going to go to my current clients and say, hey, who do you got for me right now that needs my help? They can benefit off of this.
Yeah.
You got 13 clients, man. That's easy.
Yeah, man. Shit, dude.
I'll tell you from experience, no matter how bad you want to do this, because it took me 4 months to get back on my second call when I went through this. And it's because you'll find every reason not to do it versus finding every reason to do it. Because right now you have success in the in-person. However, you are going to cap out and you're going to get fucking exhausted in another 3 to 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And your regret will be, I wish I would have started sooner.
Yeah, that's I definitely see that, bro. Yeah, I would just need to, man, I would just need to sign at least like you said, at least 2 more clients, and then I could be like, yo, like let me pay for this program. You know what I'm saying? Because that way I'm like, okay, now I'm secure. I could be able to do either monthly, um, and not be worrying about the bills or something coming up. So, um, yeah, I would need to hold off on it, but I definitely want to start ASAP. I need to reach out, see who I can get through the door, um, and then call you up and be like, "Yo, let's do it." You know?
Cool. I like that idea. Who do you bank through? Have you talked to your bank? Like, what's your credit like? Is it good, bad, great, amazing? What's it look like?
Mm, it's okay.
You could
I think
always
it's
ask your
like like high 600, 700.
Yeah, you could ask your bank for a personal loan, and if they did that, you just ask for the paid in full amount, and then you make smaller payments to your bank. Other option that we could try, if your credit's pretty good, actually, we could try what we call Fund My Contract, and that allows us to split payments up. Your nothing would be due for over 30 days, but essentially you could get approved for anywhere between a 1 to 5 year loan, and it makes it more doable for you as well. Would you be open to trying that out? It doesn't
Yeah.
pull on your credit.
I mean, that's true, man. But I don't know. I don't know about pulling out a loan right now, man. I don't know about that.
So all those options are going to be like short-term consequence. If it pulling out a loan does suck, I get that. But if it
Yeah,
allows you to get going and get you to financial freedom and get you out of what you're currently having to do day in and day out, it's worth it, right? If you're going to 2.5 times your investment, right? You mentioned that you're good at following instructions. How could
yeah,
you fail? Because this thing all relies on you executing the game plan. That's it.
yeah.
You have
True.
the cheat code.
Okay. Let me yeah, I guess let me talk to my bank and see what's up and see what I can do. But I still even then I still want to get at least 2 more clients in the door. Just security. Just for security, like I'm good, you know?
Yeah, let me ask you a personal question. What are we working with in checkings and savings right now?
In checking and savings.
Mm-hmm.
Um savings. I don't know. I gotta check savings. Uh, Not a crazy amount. Checking, man. I just finished paying rent, my car, other bills that I needed to pay. Um, I'm working with like I don't know, like 3,500.
Okay, so 3,500 in checkings. Have to check for savings. Okay, so check this out. This I want to put some context into you. If you literally just put down 833, okay. So check this out. My math is shitty, so I have to break up my calculator. So I do, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. So 833.33. So that leaves you over $2,667.67 in checkings alone, and you just paid off your bills. The average individual is getting their first client in week one. You mentioned you're not an average trainer. You've been in it here for 10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So you still have nearly 3,000 left over, and this allows you to get moving the needle one step closer to where you wanted to be at.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not pulling, there's no loan, you're not pulling your credit. We're just going 833.33. We can always do a delayed start date, but if you want to take action and actually start getting going without a delayed start date, you could be making that back within the first couple weeks. If you got 2 clients after starting, you've already made back your payment of 833.33. The average person is getting that in a week.
Okay.
And we haven't even talked about what's in savings yet. So I have to tell you this, man, like how big of a priority is this for you to get to where you want to be at? Because right now you have the means to do it, but I feel like there's something different in it. For me, I don't feel like it's 100% financial. I feel like there's something else that's holding you back. And I'm trying to figure out what that is. Is it like maybe confidence? Is it you're not 100% sure this will get you to the goals you want? Like what exactly is it?
There's the 100%, and then it is financial. Like financially, that's been hard. It's been hard, man. Like I would want to have at least somebody else, or like you said, 2, 3 people that I could sign up and be good. So yeah. And then I'm just thinking like maybe delay, and then until I have it, then I can just pay it in full.
Yeah, so so the 12-month thing is exactly for that. So I'm telling you to put down 833, do a delayed start date till let's say October 1st, October 15th. I don't care what you put, okay? Then your 4 months don't start until your actual start date. It means we're putting down a down payment to hold a spot. Your start date would start as of October 1st, October 15th. Again, you get the advantage of paying off in full earlier. We still honor the paid in full, so there's nothing there. If you would say, hey, I got 2 or 3 more clients, you could pay it off within the next day. We still honor it. So it's a no lose situation.
Okay, and I have to put it down today.
We put down 833 today, and then we do a delayed start date. Gives you time to even get more clients with what you're working with. But it holds you accountable. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you get off the phone, you're not going to get back on anytime soon. It's like a 90%. I do this every day.
Well, I know. That's the whole thing, right? You got to get your clients to sign up then and there. So if they walk out of the doors, like they're more likely not coming back.
Yeah, that's true in the in-person space and here.
Yeah.
The difference is you're a trainer, so you know how it works.
Yeah, I know how it works. Yeah, I know how it works. So like I want to do it, but I don't know if, man, 833 right now. Do you guys go by months? Like certain classes you guys focus on? Like like every 2 months you guys go new class, or how does it work?
No, so for instance, like every time, like for instance, when ChatGPT and AI came, we were one of the first programs to implement that into our program. It's kind of like an iPhone updates, right? When I went through it a year ago, there was no ChatGPT, there was no AI, so they've always changed out the structure of how things are working. So when I went through this, they didn't have half the shit they have now.
Okay.
So anytime that something new is updated, you get that. But then more importantly, for me, it's the amount of one-on-one touch points you have. Because you're great in person. You got the skills, man. You've proven that. It's just a completely different monster on the online space, on how you market, how you have relationships with people you don't get to see on a daily basis, you could essentially have, if you did this, I mean, if you didn't do a delayed start date, you could essentially have over 4 clients. You're good at this already. For me, it was easy. I already converted half of my in-person over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you launch it, but if we're going to talk about a delayed start date, that still buys you time to get those additional 2 or 3 people, and you still right now have nearly $3,000 left over without even touching your savings.
Mm-hmm. Shit, man. I can't do it, man. Not right now, at least.
I would challenge you just from friend to friend, because I feel like we're pretty cool now. I'm not going to force you, but I would say you can do it. You just don't. It's not a high enough priority. We got it there.
It's not. Look, it is. I definitely do want to do it, man. Like I'm not like.
I want you
to. I'm just thinking, like, what if I'm just putting scenarios in my head, like, what if a client needs to go out of town soon or vacation happens? I don't get paid for them not being there, right? But I already put $1,000 down. I'm like, oh fuck. Now I got to make that up. So it's just that's the stress that I don't want to be in anymore. So
right. So let me ask you this:
this is why I want to do it.
You drove to the gym. You drive all over California to go to your clients' houses, right?
Not all over. So there's a designated gym that I also have to pay for too. So I pay them like a monthly on top of that, right?
So you drive to the gym though every day about, right?
Yeah.
So you could possibly get in a car accident. You could die, but does that stop you from going to the gym? No.
Yeah.
There's a lot of situations that you could come up with, or you could say, what happens if I actually take action and I double what I was previously trying to make? What happens if I get 4 clients? You're more focused on the fear versus the solution.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'll give you some context. We've had single moms on, I don't know what they call it in California, but out here we call it EBT or assistance, right?
Yeah.
Girl was about to be evicted. Talked to her landlords like, hey, I just need a couple more months. She would be the ideal candidate to say, hey, I'll come back when I'm somewhat financially ready. She ended up getting resourceful, found out a loan. The reason why she was successful, she had 0 training experience, never was a trainer, never had certification, but her motivation was, if I can't do this for myself, I'm going to do it for my kids. And this is plan A and B. There's no backtrack because there's no other field or industry. You can go in with 0 experience. All you have to do is follow a step-by-step game plan. First month, she contracted $9K, collected $6K. Single mom that has 0 fucking experience. You've been in the game for a decade, bro.
Yep, bro. Damn.
So your scenario in your head should be like, okay, I got a 2.5 times my investment guarantee. All I have to do is literally show up and just do the work. That's all I got to do. Just keep on doing what I've been doing my whole last 10 years of my life, and I'm golden. If someone said, Jeremy, you can double what you make in as little as 3 months, and it all depends on your level of execution and follow through, I'm betting on myself every fucking time because there's no one else that can take that from me.
Right.
I can't blame a CEO. It's not a teammate that's not holding up their end of the deal. It's all on me. You can use these strategies too for your in-person. So the referral strategy, this will show ways to how I did it was incentivize them to bring people to you for your in-person as well as for your online. So when I was transitioning people off, I called it the revolving door effect. There was you probably train people that you absolutely can't stand. We all have those clients. You're like, oh my God, it's like 3 hours, right? So immediately I told them like, hey, this is not an option after this session. I'm going to online, or after their term, we're going online. I didn't offer them anything else. Now, the ones that where I enjoyed, I'd say, hey, I've started my own online program. Yeah, I allowed them to be with me for a while. After 3 or 4 months, I'm like, hey, man, you're killing it. Let's take the training wheels off. I'm also going to do you a solid and give you a discounted rate. From in-person to online is vastly cheaper. Most people don't bat an eye. Hey, cool thing is, you're still getting my customized programming. You're still getting me weekly. Like, we meet up on Zoom. I'll meet up with you if they're local. Hey, I'll meet up at the coffee shop. We'll talk shit. We'll talk about our next steps. So those high-powered individuals would then give me another high-ticket referral. I'd keep them with me for about 3 to 4 months, then transition into the online. Eventually, I had so many referrals coming in. I was like, okay, now I'm going fully online. So I went from 40 to 20 to 15 to 7, and then boom, moved them all out. Right? So that's how I did it. Easy way. And then my programs were 4, 8, and 12 months. So for 4 months, it was equivalent to $450 per month. My 8-month program was equivalent to $375 a month. And my 12-month program was equivalent to $350. So a lot of these people saw the numbers going down the longer they locked in with me. So short wise, yes, they're paying me less up front, but I'm getting more from them long term, and I get their buy-in. At 4 months, they have whole habit changes. 8 months, they have whole physical transformations. At 12 months, they have whole lifestyle changes. At 8 and 12, they don't view me as a coach anymore. They view me as a trusted friend. And it's hard to say no to a friend the longer that you have their trust. So I'm getting them, I'm their friend, and I'm getting them results. And then let's say, for instance, if you're on my 8-month program, 7 months in, I'm like, yo, Ivan, we need to talk like today. I'm gonna build some urgency. You pop on the call. What's up? Hey, I got this game plan laid out for you a month in advance. This is where we're headed to next. You ready for fucking go? You say yes. I don't have the conversation of, do we want to continue? It's yes. So those top people are like, man, he's already got a hold of me 1 month prior to my end date. He's already laid out a blueprint. And then I might say, since you've been with me for 8 months and we're going to continue together, I'm going to give you a month or two of coaching for free. Then they go tell all their other buddies, and that's how I've been growing my business. And my blocks are 6 to 8 week programs. If you're with me for 8 months, we change based upon our overall progressions. But they love it because it's not like, hey, do you want to continue? It's, we are continuing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you're in a good spot. You're in a better spot than what you think.
Yeah. Yeah, shit, man. Is there a way I can reach out to you? Because I have 3 clients that are due for next week.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a way I can contact you directly?
Yeah, that number I texted you from is my specific number.
Your specific number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because that's what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these payments, and then give you a call or text you, and I want to do the 880 something.
833.
833. Yeah, and then and yeah, just start as soon as I can.
Cool. So how about this? Let's set up a time next week that works for you. I'm going to follow through with you anyway. So I'm going to give you a copy of like I'm going to screenshot some of the stuff that we went over as far as like the guarantees. So you can kind of look that over and like refresh yourself, refresh your memory. And then I'll also give you over like a mini course, like a 5 days, your first 5 clients. Try to implement that, see what happens in the meantime. So you're walking away like you're a student. What day works well for you next week?
Next week, probably, oh shit, either Thursday or Friday. Probably Friday next week.
Okay, let's push to that following Monday then, because I'll be actually in Tulum, Mexico.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
I love Tulum.
Yeah, so it's my first time being there. So I've never been to Mexico at all. So excited about that.
It's my birthday next month, so I'll be in Japan.
Oh, that's dope. I've heard some great things about Japan.
Yeah, man. So I can't wait. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's super exciting. So let's look at maybe Monday, the 18th. That's when I'll for sure be back. Do you have some time then?
Yeah, I should. Yeah. Um, I can text you a certain time. It depends.
Do you want to go like roughly right? All right. Well, I think we jumped on the call, so it was like 12 p.m. your time. Do you want to go 12 p.m. again?
Let me hold on. Let me check my. Uh, uh, 12 p.m. should be actually be fine on Monday.
Cool.
Yeah, that should work. Let's do 12.
All right. So I'm going 12 p.m. PST. Cool. So I'll send that stuff over here shortly after the call. Let you get started on it when you have time, right? Start diving in a little bit. And then
Yeah,
if you have any questions or concerns, shoot me a text, man, if anything should change. I want you to think
yeah,
where you could be though in 1 week. You could have all
yeah.
your
I know.
foundations set up. That's huge, man.
I know. Yeah, I mean, once I'm in 100%. So, um,
Gotcha.
you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, it's we'll do it for sure.
Gotcha, my man. I'll send that over once we hang up. Give me about a couple minutes and I'll send over that free mini course and then a link to kind of review what we went over in a condensed
Yeah.
version and then a couple of screenshots of the guarantees and stuff.
Oh man, I appreciate it. I appreciate your time, Jeremy.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate your time. Have an awesome day, my man.
All right, man. Have fun in Tulum. See you,
I
man.
appreciate you, brother.
Bye.
Later.